Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to try and make a bracket for the caliper to sit onto my frame. Won't be doing any welding today because I can't weld. So we're going to go and see my friend Dave, hopefully one night in a week next week, and he will show me how it's done and hopefully do it for me. So I've gone through my toolbox and trying to find some old scrap bits of metal that I can use. So far I found this bit, which I think is too thin. This bit I think will just burn as soon as we try and weld it. This might do, but it's a little thin, it's only 1mm, so we can probably rule that one out. And then I did find this, which is 3mm I do believe, and it's got a slight kink in it, so it will work with our frame, because this bar that goes over the wheel is slightly in, and to the forks that hold the back wheel on. So this is looking like it's going to be my best option. Obviously I don't have a lot of metal just lying around, because one, I'm not a scrap metal dealer, and two, why would you keep a load of metal just lying around for the sake of it? So I'm just going to have to try and do with what I've got. I don't know whether it's going to work or whether it's worthwhile us doing it, but we will see. So what I'm going to try and do is line this bracket up to our frame. We've got like an A-frame, I suppose, going on. We need to work out to a point where this will sit over the disc, and then we're going to try and line these two bolt holes somewhere along here. If you look, this one has actually got a bolt hole in it, so that it would be quite cool if we could keep that. So just doing a bit of drilling. I've just got a bit of a marker and just started drawing out a bit of this groove. So I'm going to try and saw that out and then put it in there. And it won't be perfect straight away, but it will give me a bit of an idea of how far I need to go in or out after that point. And then it'll probably be a case of just leveling this bit off and seeing what we do with this bit here. As always, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what I'm doing. I'm just going to wing it, just throw myself into it, start cutting away some metal, and seeing how we get on. One thing I have done, which I will lift the scooter up and show you, is I don't know if it's a genius idea or not, but I always say it is. I've actually stuck 2 bits of metal to the frame, and that helps me with the whole looking at where it's going to sit. And then obviously with the caliper, obviously I'm not going to use magnets when we finally do it, but it will give me a good idea where the hole's going to be and how well the metal sits on. So it's only just to tack it on while I'm messing about, but might help you guys out with something you're doing when you start doing your builds. It might not work. So I'm going to start cutting this metal out. Cutting metal is about as interesting as watching paint dry, so I'll probably either fast forward this or not put it in at all, but we shall see. Yes, I have push record. As usual, I've got real tools, and I haven't really got the right tools for the job. If you did have the right tools for the job, this would probably be taking about 5 minutes. This would probably going to take me the best part of about all day to cut a tiny bit of metal out. But we'll see how we get on. So 38 years of moving my wrist as quick as I can seems to be paying off. Feel the burn. So I'm about 2mm away from where I need to be, and I just stopped because I was going to pass out, I think. We've got this little bit to do here, and I've got to turn the metal around and go through the other way. So here we go. I think I'm going to change the blade. Seriously? That goes in there. Oh God. What the f is going on? You know when I said I had tools, I mean I got f***ing terrible tools. Right, that feels pretty solid now. Now the lights have gone off. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you? So, that one's now gone. You still see a movie in the dark ages at all? Sorry guys, that's going to have to do. I'll fix that light. Right. So I've just got a tiny little bit more to go through. I've just had to change the batteries because 3 of them just died, like they do. Good. Just break off. So all that work for that tiny bit of metal. What are you going to do? And it doesn't really line up very well with this bit of metal here. Oh good. So I think that could actually work because the way that this is, we want the bracket on the frame, but we don't want it to be only one position because we might have to adjust the caliper slightly. So it might be a case of just boring out this hole here and this one, just so it gives us that just a bit of movement if we need it, so we can untighten the bolts and just move it slightly to one side, up or down, because obviously it's not going to fit on the disc perfectly straight away. And then this, obviously remember what I was telling you before, we've got a magnet there, just so we can tack this on and adjust it as we need it. So that will go on like so. And then the caliper goes on, and it ain't a million miles away from where it needs to be. So we could pack this out with washers, and so we need to obviously cater for this, the wheel axle bolt. Probably have to trim this bit off, so more cutting. Excellent, just what I want to see. We want to give this axle bolt enough to go back and forward as it needs to. And as it does that, so will the caliper, so we need to add that into the equation. I like using these big words, equation. Whew. Anyone would think I went to a decent school. So I think, obviously my friend Dave is, everybody needs a Dave by the way. If you don't know Dave, befriend somebody on Facebook or something whose name is Dave, and he will 100% at some point in your life help you out massively. So big up the Daves, always handy to know. It's got me out of many times, and I'm sure he will many times in the future. So I'm quite happy that that bracket sits in there quite well, because it's got a bit of a kink in it as well. It just works perfectly for what we need it for. So having random bits of metal in your shed does help sometimes. Oh, Stephen's back. Stephen, you little bastard. Stephen the squirrel. Classic. Right, so I've just got these bolts. I've got no idea whether they're going to fit, but let's hope they do, because that will... Nope, don't fit. And nope, don't fit. So that was a complete waste of time. But what it could do, we could actually just use them to rest it in place, I suppose. What what's supposed to happen is that goes around like that, you pull that and the brake stops. Woo! It kind of worked to a point. So what I might do is just cut that there. Any excuse to draw on something. The thing about this is with the caliper, the way the caliper works, you've got less than the mil either side of the pads. Otherwise you are going to get that grinding noise of the so that needs to be almost perfect for it to work. Okay, so I'll start going through that as well. Ah, fuck, that's up. Jesus. So it's now not going to affect the wheel axle at all. We can still go back and forward with that. So that's good. And it still sits in nice and flush. Don't know what that was. My best dance moves. If you know me, you will know I do not dance. I have no plans on ever learning to dance either. Had a parcel delivered the other day. Should be the last one that does get ordered. It's nothing fancy really, just a bottle of gas. So when I take it around to Dave's, you can tick weld. I think that's the thing. He's going to tick weld this plate onto this frame using this. How he's going to do that, who knows? Only Dave knows. But that's that. Bodywork at all. As you can see, still got loads of room around the fairing. I think we're going to call this. I think that's what's on motorbikes. Motorbike fairing. I think that's a thing as well. Loads of room. This is going to be sprayed nice and black, so it will not get in the way of anything really. That sits in there, nice and snug, like that. And that's one cool looking scooter if you ask me. So I'm probably going to blow a bit of paint over this because it's a little bit scuffed from when I was scooting around in the summer. Same colour. Probably have to take the blink sticker off, which is a shame, but I'll just make another one. Probably a little bit small actually on the back. And what I might do is get Dave to, while he's got the welder out, just get him to weld a couple of bolts onto here. And dude, look at that, this is coming together. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Do you know where that's from? If you do, you are as cool as I am. I did tell a towel the other day. I did say I was gonna tidy up all of this wiring though, which you can see it does look like a crazy person having a but there's just not enough length to really do anything with it. I was trying to work out whether I could P-clip it in, just generally tidy it up, but I'm quite limited. There's a lot of space actually in there, but I'm quite limited with what I can do with the length of wire they give me from this control board. So it might be a case of just putting a nice neat cover over the top and hiding it. Other than that, just leave it and just put the fairing on top. But I know it will bug me, the fact that it does look like that. Not that anyone's ever going to see it. Once the plate's on, there's not really any need to get in there at all really. So I'm going to leave it as that. As always guys, thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe somewhere down the bottom, and I'll see you in the next one.